Salvete omnes, this is Emilia, also known as TheMartianGeek, and welcome to another new project. We're going back to Super Mario All-Stars this time. We've already done Super Mario Bros. 3, so this time, Super Mario Bros. 2. So we have a little bit of a storyline at the beginning. Just wait for a bit. When Mario opened a door after climbing a long stair in his dream, another world spread before him and he heard a voice call for help to be freed from a spell. That is some interesting choice of spacing. After awakening, Mario went to a cave nearby and to his surprise he saw exactly what he saw in his dream. Oh no, this is a cave of being in front of an auditorium in your underwear! So anyway, interesting thing about Super Mario Bros. 2 that is not in most Mario games is we actually get a choice of player character. We can be Mario, Luigi, Toad, or Peach. The only other game I can think of that has that is Super Mario 3D World, which seems like it ripped its player select system directly from this game. So I'm going to go with Mario for now. I actually have a specific plan for which characters I'll use in which levels. Point is, we're in the game proper, and as far as I know, no, you can't get into that door up there. I don't know what would even happen if you did. Now here's something unique about Super Mario Bros. 2 too, if you didn't already know. Instead of jumping on enemies to defeat them, we can stand on them and ride them, and then we can pick them up and throw them. We also have a heart meter instead of the traditional power-up system. We actually don't get power-ups in this game, well, except the star. We can also pick these vegetables, the little red tufts. And some of the levels have, well, actually I think every vertical level in this game has the screen wrap. Anyway, moving on. So Super Mario Bros. 2 has some unique enemies to it too. But at the same time, it doesn't have as weird of a bestiary as you'd think. Some of the enemies from this game did make it into other Mario games. For instance, this enemy that looks like a Shy Guy is called a Shy Guy. If we go up here... wrong side. Here's another feature of this game that's unique. These magic potions, and what's with that glitched HDMI in the background? What the heck? So magic potions take you to sort of a mirror universe kind of thing. It's the screen you were on when you entered the door, except X flipped. And when you pick the vegetables, when you're in the mushroom magic door thing, I'm good at words. They turn into coins, and those coins will be important at the end of the level. Oh, there's a heart there. Doesn't matter because we have full health now, but I think you get those for defeating a certain number of enemies. Over here we have platforms going down a waterfall, which actually is a little bit challenging platforming for 1-1, but it's nothing we can't handle. Wait, what? Have a one up there. We also have these pals, which I forgot to mention earlier. When it hits the ground, it'll just defeat all of the enemies on the ground. Those are also in other Mario games. And we have these bombs. Once they start flashing, they're about to blow up. And they go bomb! They don't go boom, they go bomb. We also have a Koopa shell, even though no actual Koopas appear in this game. And if you collect 5 of those cherries, you get hit, and then you get a star. As far as I know, you don't get extra lives for defeating a certain number of enemies while invincible. Oh, thanks for the heart. You can actually take a little bit of a shortcut here if you do another thing that I forgot to explain, which is that if you duck, then you start flashing, and then you can do a super jump. Which is something I'm pretty sure I wasn't aware of for at least part of my time as a kid. There's nothing over here except the vine to the next area, which we can't reach from here. So we go in the door. This game does have a lot of doors. And it's a ninja. And we also got a stopwatch, which you get from picking up 5 of the big vegetables. You can't tell just by looking at the tuft of grass whether it's a big one or a little one. If we go over here, we can find a shortcut to the boss, but we're not going to use that. I plan to cover all the shortcuts and stuff, all the shortcuts you can take and optional areas and things like that in the extras, but for now, we're just going to get through all the levels the normal way. Trying to show off as much in this game as I can. So here's our second potion. Most levels have 2 potions and 2 mushrooms. Some of them are weird and have a different number of 1 or both. Yeah, I'm not going to have time to get all of them, but oh well. You also have the hoopster here. Hoopsters go up and down along usually vines, but I think technically any tile that is not air will work. We climb up the vine, and we get to this area. It's another vertical section, and yep, we have the screen wrap, and more ninjas. I actually like Super Mario Bros. 2's design for the ninjas better than Super Mario World's. And Super Mario World has them as completely black except for a little bit of white and an even smaller bit of red. But in this game, they're actually fully colored. I don't know if that was different for the NES version. I'm gonna get another heart. I'm still not sure what exactly triggers those. Yeah, I picked Mario for this stage because I figured it's the first level, it makes sense. Still not sure what is up with that background color glitch, though. So now it is boss time, because every stage in this game actually has a boss. Some of them more climactic than others. This is Birdo. She, or he, or it, or whatever, spits eggs. And there are actually a few different variations of Birdo. This is the most simple one, of course, because it's 1-1. There's been some debate about what gender Birdo actually is. And I think, at least in the Japanese version, she's actually transgender. I don't know why I keep throwing the eggs away, I guess because I'm trying to explain stuff. But maybe in the American version, it just said, okay, Birdo's just a girl, just like a cis girl, you know. But I could swear I remember seeing a Super Mario Bros. 2 manual once where it said that Birdo wasn't actually a girl, but thought she was, or something like that, which is not transgender. That's something different, but I don't know. Birdo is a strong, independent, weird pink mutant dinosaur thing who doesn't need no stinking traditional gender identity. Anyway, here's what the coins are for. We have this little slot machine game, and thankfully it's a lot less annoying than the one in Yoshi's Island, because you actually don't have to match all 3 to get some extra lives. What I like to try to do is go for the cherries, and I missed the cherry. So this is probably going to be a complete wash, yeah. Because if you get cherries, even if you don't get a match of 3, if you just get 1 or 2 at the beginning, then you still get extra lives, but clearly I am screwing that up horribly. Apparently I forgot the timing on this. Hey, it has been a while since I've played this game seriously, so... Cherry. There we go. And we got 2. And hey, we got 3. You get 3 up. I don't know exactly how many lives you get for matching each different symbol. I think 3 sevens is 5 up, and there's one where you can actually get 2 extra coins. It's not a perfect match of 3, but I forget which one that is. Another cherry. And another 3 extra lives. Yeah, this is really the best way to get extra lives in this game, because actual 1-ups in the level are pretty few and far between. Almost thought I got too far on that one. Interesting thing about the slot machine, too, is it seems like it gets harder to hit the right symbol as you progress in the game. Like, I've actually tested it with tool assistance and, you know, slowing it down to where it's impossible to miss, and like, if I get all of them perfect... Well, that was way too early. If I get all of them perfect early on, and by about World 4 or so, I can get it right down to the frame and it still won't count. So yeah, we've gone from 5 to 16 extra lives. And this time we're going with Luigi. 4-1-2. And the background's still glitching up. And great jumping. Yeah, that's the thing. That's the problem with Luigi. The 4 characters all have slightly different playstyles. Mario's the jack of all trades. Luigi can jump high, but really imprecisely. Toad is faster, and Peach can hover. I almost... Wow. Okay, I think I just despawned the enemy I need to beat the level. Nope, never mind. Okay, this is a Pidgeot. It flies on a magic carpet, and there are not very many of them in the game. I actually made a custom sprite version of this guy, but my laptop got stolen, and one of the things that I lost when that happened is the Pidgeot sprite. So the carpet doesn't stay forever. You can actually take another shortcut here if you have Luigi or Peach, or you just get the carpet out here soon enough. It's another potion. I forget where all of the mushrooms are in this game. Interesting thing is, you can actually collect the cherries in the... Oh, I only got 2 of them that time. You can actually collect the cherries in the potion room, and they actually count toward your 5 cherries. And then the cherries still spawn back in the regular level. So we got ourselves a 1-up. We can jump off these ninjas to get those cherries, since we'd need the magic carpet otherwise. And here's our first key, and our first Phanto, which is those mask enemies. As long as you're holding a key, they will chase you. Fortunately, they're really dumb, and all you have to do to get rid of them is put the key down. Ideally, I assume you're supposed to dodge them while holding the key, but honestly, doing this is just easier. Of course, this is pretty much a tutorial for how Phantos work, because... Ow. The door's practically right there, and you just don't have to go very far. And that Sniffet respawned. Actually, is it the first Sniffet we've seen in the game? We've seen those in other Mario games. The only one I can actually think of, though, surprisingly, is Yoshi's Island. It had Sniffets. I can't really think of any other platformers that did. Not even any of the 3D games, though admittedly I'm not as familiar with those. But yeah, now we have to use the bombs to blow up these walls. This part threw me off as a kid. I didn't figure out that you can actually destroy those walls. I think... Okay, that one's not a bomb. One of these is a potion, and I think the rest are bombs. I forget which is which. Bomb. Bomb. And bomb. So process of elimination dictates this is a potion, and you can't blow up blocks that are off screen. So go in here, make sure you have at least 2 of those blocks cleared out, and get the mushroom down there. And then we're back here. And we have walking ninjas. Jump on them to get over here, or you can probably super jump it. Whoop. So yeah, Sniffets shoot bullets at you. The gray ones just hop in place. Ow. Well, now I need that heart. I've been ninja'd. Leave me alone. Holy crap, Luigi, you are terrible at dealing with walking ninjas, seriously. Okay, well, this potion doesn't have a mushroom associated with it, but it does allow us to get quite a few coins. So, still worth going and grabbing. Background's still glitched. And it's time for another Birdo. Boy, did I miss that. Yeah, I don't think Luigi's very great at fighting Birdo either, honestly, because the egg is only 1 tile wide and it's moving. See, that's the thing. In platformers, I feel like making precise movements and attacks and all that is usually more important than... Oh, and I killed the egg. Than more powerful attacks or bigger jumps or whatever. It depends on the situation. Anyway, enter the Hawkmouth, which is what these weird bird cave things are. And bonus game. I may just have to start button mashing these to speed up the Let's Play time. So you don't get anything if you get the first and third one as cherries. It has to be 1 and 2. Or 1, 2, and 3. It's good to get a lot of extra lives early on, because like I said, I swear that the game actually makes it harder when you get farther in the game. Too early. And too early, but it didn't matter. That didn't work. I could swear there was one thing you could do where if you just hit the button, like, immediately, then you could get stuff. But that was just... maybe that was just naive, innocent child me. Sure wish I could remember how to do the... which combination gets you extra coins, though. Not that I need them right now, because I actually got quite a few, but... that one was too late. Seems like you want to press it just a little after it goes past the bottom. And that was probably too early, yep. I should have tried for 3 rutabagas. And that was too early. Why do I keep just flubbing it so badly? Oh well, we got some extra lives. We're up to 27. And for 1-3, we're going with Peach. Honestly, if I were picking just one character to play as the whole time, I would probably pick Peach. She's the best. She doesn't jump that high, but she hovers. She's also, I think, the slowest character, and the slowest at picking things up. Toad's also the fastest at picking things up. But, you know, in practice, I feel like that just doesn't come up that often. Like, some levels, certainly. But, the number of occasions where I'd rather have... and the star spawned in the potion room, so it didn't count, because I didn't go get it. It didn't respawn in the regular game. We also have another new enemy. These are Trouters. They jump up and down. You don't see them as often as you'd think, either. See, there I thought more platforms were going to come sooner than they actually did. So, good thing I had Peach. Here, we have 5 of the rutabagas in a row, so we can get a stopwatch. And I missed my second star. Also, I was talking about something before, and I forgot what it was. So one of these is a potion, and I forgot where the mushroom for this one is. In fact, actually, isn't it on top of this thing? Let's see. How do I do this? Whoop, not like that. Whoops. Yeah, there are definitely some mushrooms that I never actually found as a kid and only figured out where they were later from checking things like VG maps. Potion, I don't think actually does anything this time. Yeah, because we already got the mushroom and there aren't any things around to get coins from. I'll come back for those cherries. I'll have to backtrack anyway. Get rid of this shy guy. And running, hovering, jump. I don't think the waterfall platforms spawn in the potion room is the thing. So can I actually do this? I think I can. And hey, I was right about where the mushroom was. Yeah, some of them require a bit of backtracking. Almost fell again. And those are the ones where it's easy to think, oh, this potion just doesn't have a mushroom associated with it. But no, actually. This is also the first level with a warp in it, because those are in this game. And they're always accessed via potion rooms. So this pot here, you can't go down it normally. But if you go down it while you're in the potion room, you actually get a warp. Again, I'll show those off in the extras. For now, we're just playing through the game normally. So 1-3 is our first castle stage, basically. And we have Sparkies. They look a bit different, but they're still Sparkies. They go around things. Interesting quirk about while following sprites in Super Mario Bros. 2 compared to Super Mario World is, in this game, they actually don't care whether the tile they're going around is solid or not. As long as it's not blank, they'll go around it anyway. This is also another new gimmick, these mushroom blocks here. You don't need that many blocks to stack up, and in fact, I probably want to take one of them. See, if I had Luigi, I could just jump it. But with Peach, I need to super jump. Or you can go up here with the chain. Actually, can I just super jump this too? Okay, so, yeah, that's what I was going to use the block for, but I guess I didn't need to. Enter this door, and you know what this means? It's time for Phantos. The Phanto of the Opera is here, and he doesn't want you to take his key. Yeah, it seems like there are places in this game where the super jump is required, so I don't know what I was doing before. Ominous eyes glowing in the background there. And we have a chase sequence. Just drop down the chain since we can't climb them with the key. Then go to the bottom here, which is why we didn't go here before. There's not really much point until you get the key. I don't think the key can despawn. That was a little close. And also these chains are pretty pointless. I guess if you come down here without the key. Also, why is there a random blank spot in the spikes there? Extra fast, Sparkies, and some tweeters, and some, sniffets. You know, come to think of it, it seems like everyone's jumping in this game is at least a little bit imprecise. I think Luigi's definitely the worst in that regard. But here's a POW, in any case. Did that give me a heart? No, it did not. And the enemies just respawned anyway. I could have thrown it over here and knocked off a bunch of these Sparkies, but I felt like taking the hard way. Of course, then I'm going to proceed to get invincible anyway. But yeah. So, we're almost to the boss. Pick up this crystal ball, and it opens the hawk mouth. And we don't get special boss music, we just get the regular one, but we get a fancy Lego brick room. And this Sparky, for some reason, looks different. See that? There's where you can see that going around any non-blank tile in action. This is very clearly not solid. This is a pickable vegetable. And yet, it still goes around it. I wonder if it's actually possible to get stuck on this side if you use up all the bombs. So this is Mouser. He throws a lot of bombs. Fortunately, you can pick the bombs back up and throw them back. That was a bad idea. Here, have some bombs. But we defeated him, everything disappears, and we get a mysterious white silhouette door. And absolutely no bonus coins. So that's World 1 done. Next time, we will be doing World 2. I'll see you then.